Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I am your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. A few very important points today in the connection. We're going to talk about finishing this year strongly. We have a breakfast with our Board of Education coming up. We have our highlights, and then we're going to round it off with our recognition for this week. So let's get going. First, finishing strongly. Folks, you're receiving this message. The third quarter has just come to an end for our middle schools and our high schools. For everyone, we're going into the final stretch of the school year. And it's really important that we have these conversations with our students, both at school and at home, to finish strongly. We could see the finish line. We know what we have to do to kick it into another gear. We also know what spring brings. It brings excitement. It brings activity. It also can bring a time that we have to remind students and work with students about staying focused on the work. And that's where we are right now. Students are doing an excellent job. Families and staff are wonderfully working together. Let's make sure that we hit that going into the fourth quarter. We see the finish line like the runner at the end of the race. Let's finish strongly. And just a reminder, next week we're on break. And during that break, it should be a time. Rest, relax, recharge, enjoy family. So we have all of next week where students are on break Monday through Friday. And actually the following Monday is a superintendent's conference day. So our staff reports on that day, but students are home that day. So I want everyone to enjoy that break, and when we come back, we hit the ground running. Thank you very much for all of your dedication and your partnership to all of our families. Now our next topic is breakfast with the board. On Saturday, April 30th, our Board of Education will host its second community forum entitled Breakfast with the Board. The event will begin at 9 a.m. in the Kenmore Middle School building at 155 Delaware Road, in, of course, our community room. All members of the Kenton School District community are welcomed and invited to attend. Guests are encouraged to come early so as not to miss part of the discussion. The forum is designed to provide parents, resident staff, and any other members of the school district community a chance to ask questions or discuss topics of their choosing, while also enjoying a delicious breakfast provided by our Kenton School District Food Department. Guests will also be able to get to know Board of Education members and district administrators. Please mark your calendars and stay tuned. And folks, this is a very informal morning. It is a great time and just nothing better than to be able to sit down over a cup of coffee and communicate. So that's what our breakfast with our board, an initiative of our Board of Education, that's what it's all about. And our next section is our school highlights. And you'll see, really pick up the connection and read through some of those highlights. We see Edison in there. We see an all school section. Hoover Middle School is highlighted. Our high schools as a whole are highlighted. Kenmore West has a little separate section in there, and Hoover Elementary also has a separate section in there. Great things being done in our buildings on a regular basis. That's the purpose of that section. Take some time to read through those highlights. And finally, we land on our recognition, and our recognition this week is our Future Teachers Club. This week, we recognize the efforts of two Kenmore East school leaders who have spearheaded a new club to encourage students to consider a career in teaching. It was initiated by English teacher Julia Borghese and special education teacher Christina Craig. In a very short period of time, the Future Teachers Club now has more than 20 students, and it continues to grow. The goal of the Future Teachers Club is to introduce students to various areas of teaching profession and to help them navigate potential career choices, areas of certification, the college process, the timeline for education majors, and the list goes on and on. Miss Borghese and Miss Craig have worked extremely hard to grow this group from the ground up and secure a grant to support additional opportunities for students. Through their efforts, they also established a partnership with the Buffalo State College School of Education, which hopes to generate interest in the teaching profession among Kenton students and familiarize them with the college's teaching program. On Wednesday, Miss Borghese and Miss Craig led a group of 15 students on a visit to Buffalo State College. They not only had the chance to learn about the college and tour the campus, but they were also able to meet with a team of current college students who are studying to become teachers. This was an extremely valuable opportunity for our students, and we hope many of them return to Kenton one day as teachers. We applaud Miss Borghese and Miss Craig for their initiative. Throughout New York State, there's a significant shortage of teachers, and we can expect this to continue for years to come. And more teachers will reach that retirement age in the future, and these opportunities will be available for new up-and-coming teachers. This has become a major focus for our district. It is our intention to inspire our students to pursue a career in teaching and hopefully return to their roots, joining our world-class team here in Kenton. And that's where we end today, folks. This is the great work, some of the things that maybe everyone doesn't know about, but that our staff does on a regular basis. And this is where we bring our programming. Remember, kids in our programming, that doesn't mean that that's what they're doing for the rest of their life, but our intention is to give them a taste so that they can decide where they want to go post-secondary and what other aspirations they have and want to pursue. So in Kenton, it's not just the day-to-day, it is always how the day-to-day will affect and impact our kiddos' future. That's where we land today. Enjoy your break. We are Kenton strong, we are Kenton proud, and absolutely we will continue to move Kenton forward. Thank you very much, folks. There will not be a connection next week. We'll return when we come back from the break.